Transfer of Property Act 1882. Section Wise Brief Summary. Transfer of Property Act 1882. Sections 1 to 20. Explanation in English. Section 1. Short title. This act is called the Transfer of Property Act 1882. Section 2. Repeal of Acts. Certain old laws relating to transfer of property are repealed. However, rights already created under previous laws are protected. Section 3. Interpretation Clause. This section explains important terms used in the Act, such as immovable property, does not include standing timber, growing crops, or grass. Instrument, a non-testamentary document, not a will. Registered under the Registration Act 1908. Attested, signed by at least 2 witnesses. Actionable claim to unsecured debt or beneficial interest not in possession. This section is very important for exams. Section 4. Chapters and sections to be taken as part of Contract Act. Certain provisions of this Act relating to contracts are to be read as part of the Indian Contract Act 1872. Section 5. Transfer of property defined. Transfer of property means an act by which a living person conveys property to another living person. Can be between individuals, companies, associations, etc. Includes transfer to oneself and others jointly. Section 6. What may be transferred? Property of any kind may be transferred except chance of heir apparent, mere hope of inheritance, right of re-entry for breach of condition, easement apart from dominant heritage, personal rights like right to sue, public office and salary, stipends, transfers opposed to law or public policy. Section 7. Persons competent to transfer. A person can transfer property if he/she is competent to contract, has authority over the property, has transferable interest. Section 8. Operation of transfer. Unless a different intention appears, transfer passes all interests which the transferor is capable of passing, including legal incidents, easements, rents and profits, things attached to earth. Section 9. Oral transfer. Property may be transferred without writing unless law expressly requires writing and registration. Example, lease for less than 1 year can be oral. Section 10. Condition restraining alienation. A condition that absolutely restrains transfer of property is void. Exception. Property transferred to a woman with restriction during marriage, old law concept. Section 11. Restriction repugnant to interest created. If a property is transferred absolutely, but with a condition restricting enjoyment, such condition is void. Section 12. Condition making interest determinable on insolvency or alienation. Such condition is valid unless it is an absolute restraint. Section 13. Transfer for benefit of unborn person. Property can be transferred for the benefit of an unborn person only if a life interest is first created in favor of a living person. The unborn person gets absolute interest after birth. Section 14. Rule against perpetuity. Property cannot be transferred to create an interest that takes effect beyond the lifetime of living persons plus minority of unborn person. Prevents indefinite control over property. Section 15. Transfer to class. Some members unborn. Transfer is valid only for those members who are alive at the time the interest vests. Section 16. Transfer to take effect on failure of prior interest. If the prior interest fails, the subsequent interest also fails unless intention clearly appears otherwise. Section 17. Accumulation of income. Direction to accumulate income is valid only for a limited period, not indefinitely. Section 18. Transfer in perpetuity for benefit of public. Rule against perpetuity does not apply to transfers for public purposes like religion, education, charity, public health. Section 19. Vested interest. Interest is vested when it is created immediately, even if enjoyment is postponed. Example, a transfers property to B after death of C, B has vested interest. Section 20. When unborn person acquires vested interest. An unborn person acquires vested interest upon birth unless a contrary intention appears. Quick revision table, very exam useful. Section. Topic. 1. Short title. 3. Definitions. 5. Transfer defined. 6. What cannot be transferred? 7. Who can transfer? 10. Restraint on alienation. 13. Transfer to unborn. 14. Rule against perpetuity. 19. Vested interest. Transfer of Property Act 1882. Sections 21 to 40. Explanation in English. Section 21. Contingent interest. An interest is contingent when it depends on the happening or non-happening of an uncertain event. Example, a transfers property to B if B marries C. B's interest is contingent until marriage. Section 22. Transfer to members of a class who attain a particular age. If property is transferred to a class of persons on attaining a certain age, Only those members who attain that age get the interest. Section 23. Transfer contingent on happening of specified uncertain event. If a transfer depends on an uncertain event, the interest becomes effective only when the event happens. Section 24. Transfer to take effect on failure of prior transfer. If the subsequent transfer depends on failure of a prior transfer, it takes effect only when the prior transfer fails. Section 25. Invalid transfer if condition impossible or unlawful. A transfer based on impossible condition or illegal or immoral condition or condition opposed to public policy is void. Section 26. Fulfillment of condition precedent. A transfer subject to a condition precedent takes effect only when the condition is fulfilled. Section 27. Conditional transfer. Where a transfer is conditional, the interest is subject to the terms of the condition. Section 28. Ulterior transfer conditional on happening or not happening of event. An ulterior transfer, future transfer, takes effect if the specified event happens or does not happen as agreed. Section 29. Fulfillment of condition subsequent. A condition subsequent may cause the transfer to cease if the condition is fulfilled. Section 30. Prior disposition not affected by invalidity of ulterior disposition. If a later transfer is invalid, it does not affect the earlier valid transfer. Section 31. Condition that transfer shall cease to have effect in certain events. Property may be transferred with a condition that it shall cease upon happening of a specified event, provided the condition is valid. Section 32. Such condition must not be invalid. Conditions causing termination must not be illegal, impossible, or against public policy. Section 33. Transfer conditional on performance of act, no time specified. If no time is specified for performance of a condition, it must be performed within a reasonable time. Section 34. Transfer conditional on performance of act, time specified. If time is specified, the condition must be fulfilled within that time, otherwise the transfer fails. Section 35. Election, doctrine of election. If a person takes benefit under a transfer, he must accept the whole transfer, including obligations. Example, A gives his property to B, but directs B's own property to C. B must choose, elect, whether to accept or reject. Section 36. Apportionment of periodical payments on determination of interest. Rents, annuities, or similar payments are apportioned according to the time interest existed. Section 37. Apportionment of benefit of obligation on severance. When property is divided, obligations and benefits are shared proportionately. Section 38. Transfer by person authorized only under certain circumstances. If a person transfers property believing in good faith that he is authorized, the transfer is valid to that extent. Section 39. Transfer where third person is entitled to maintenance. If a property is transferred but a third person has a right to maintenance from it, the transferee takes the property subject to that right if he has notice. Section 40. Burden of obligation annexed to ownership. When an obligation is attached to ownership of property, the transferee is bound by it if he has notice or obligation is not personal in nature. Quick exam revision table. Section. Topic. 21. Contingent interest. 25. Invalid conditions. 26. Condition precedent. 31. Condition subsequent. 35. Doctrine of election. 39. Right of maintenance. 40. Obligation annexed to property. Transfer of Property Act 1882. Sections 41 to 60. Explanation in English. Section 41. Transfer by ostensible owner. If a person is the ostensible, apparent, owner of property with the consent of the real owner and transfers the property for consideration, the transfer is valid provided the transferee acted in good faith and took reasonable care. Known as the doctrine of ostensible ownership. Section 42. Transfer by person having authority to revoke former transfer. If a person transfers property and reserves the right to revoke it, any subsequent transfer by him is valid as if the first transfer did not exist to the extent of the revocation power. Section 43. Transfer by unauthorized person who later acquires interest. If a person fraudulently or mistakenly transfers property without authority, but later acquires ownership, the transfer automatically becomes valid at the option of the transferee. Known as doctrine of feeding the grant by estoppel. Section 44. Transfer by one co-owner. A co-owner may transfer his share in the property. The transferee acquires right to joint possession, right to seek partition. Special protection is given in case of dwelling house of undivided family. Section 45. Joint transfer for consideration. When property is transferred to two or more persons for consideration, ownership is in proportion to the consideration paid. If consideration is equal shares. Section 46. Transfer for consideration by persons having distinct interests. If persons having separate interests transfer property jointly, the consideration is divided according to their respective interests. Section 47. Transfer by co-owners of shares in common property. When co-owners transfer property, the transfer takes effect in the order of execution unless otherwise agreed. Section 48. Priority of rights created by transfer. If a person creates multiple rights over the same property at different times, earlier rights prevail over later rights. Based on the principle, first in time, stronger in law. Section 49. Transferee's right under policy. A transferee of property may claim benefits under any insurance or policy related to the property, subject to contract terms. Section 50. Rent bona fide paid to holder under defective title. If rent is paid in good faith to a person believed to be the owner, such payment is protected even if the title is later found defective. Section 51. Improvements made by bona fide holder. A transferee who honestly believes himself to be owner and makes improvements is entitled to compensation or right to remove improvements if possible. Section 52. Transfer during pendency of suit, lease pendens. During the pendency of a suit relating to immovable property, the property cannot be transferred to affect rights of parties, known as doctrine of lease pendens. Section 53. Fraudulent transfer. A transfer made with intent to defeat or delay creditors is voidable at the option of creditors. Section 53. Part performance. If a transferee has taken possession and performed or is willing to perform his part of contract, then the transferor cannot deny the transferee's rights even if the transfer is not registered, known as doctrine of part performance. Section J1. Sale defined. Sale is transfer of ownership in exchange for a price. Sale of immovable property above 100 rupee must be registered. Contract for sale. Section 55. Rights and liabilities of buyer and seller. This section lays down duties of seller, disclose defects, give possession, etc. Rights of buyer, charge on property for unpaid price, etc. Very important for exams. Section 56. Marshalling by subsequent purchaser. If a property is mortgaged and part of it is sold, the buyer can request that the mortgage debt be satisfied from other property first, if possible. Section 57. Charge on property for unpaid purchase money. If the seller has not been fully paid, he has a charge on the property for unpaid amount. Section 58. Mortgage defined. Mortgage is transfer of an interest in specific immovable property to secure payment of money, performance of obligation. Types of mortgages are defined here. Section 59. Mortgage when registration is necessary. Mortgage of immovable property, except deposit of title deeds, must be in writing, signed, attested by two witnesses, registered if value exceeds 100 rupees. Section 60. Right of mortgager to redeem. The mortgager has the right to redeem the property at any time before foreclosure or sale. Once a mortgage, always a mortgage. Most important sections for exams. Section Doctrine 41. Ostensible ownership. 43. Feeding the grant by estoppel. 48. Priority of rights. 52. Lease pendens. 53. Part performance. 60. Right of redemption. Transfer of Property Act 1882. Sections 61 to 80. Explanation in English. Section 61. Right to redeem separately or simultaneously. When one person mortgages several properties to secure one debt, he has the right to redeem any one property separately or all properties together, unless there is a contract to the contrary. Section 62. Right of usufructuary mortgager to recover possession. In a usufructuary mortgage, the mortgager has the right to recover possession when mortgage money is paid or mortgagee has received rents and profits equal to the debt. Section 63. Accession to mortgaged property. Any accession, increase or improvement to the mortgaged property belongs to the mortgager upon redemption. Section 63A. Improvements to mortgaged property. Improvements made by the mortgagee must be paid for by the mortgager only if necessary to preserve the property or required by public authority or made with consent of mortgager. Section 64. Renewal of mortgage lease. If the mortgagee renews a lease of the mortgaged property, the benefit of renewal goes to the mortgager after redemption. Section 65. Implied contracts by mortgager. The mortgager impliedly agrees that he has good title, he will defend title, he will pay public charges, he will not damage the property. Section 65A. Mortgager's power to lease. The mortgager can lease the property while mortgage subsists, provided lease is an ordinary course. No premium is taken. Terms are reasonable. Section 66. Waste by mortgager in possession. A mortgager in possession must not commit waste that damages the mortgagee's security. Section 67. Right to foreclosure or sale. The mortgagee has the right to foreclose in certain mortgages or sell the mortgaged property to recover debt. Section 68. Right to sue for mortgage money. Mortgagee can sue for money when mortgager fails to pay. Security becomes insufficient. Mortgager defaults in conditions. Section 69. Power of sale without court intervention. Mortgagee may sell the property without court permission in specific cases, such as English mortgage, property situated in specified towns. Section 69A. Appointment of receiver. Mortgagee entitled to sale may appoint a receiver of income of mortgaged property. Section 70. Accession to mortgaged property. Any accession made after mortgage automatically becomes part of the security. Section 71. Renewal of mortgage lease. Renewed lease of mortgaged property remains subject to mortgage. Section 72 Rights of mortgagee in possession. Mortgagee in possession may spend money for preservation, recover costs from mortgager, add expenses to mortgage money. Section 73 Right to proceeds of revenue sale or compensation. Mortgagee has a right over sale proceeds, compensation money relating to mortgaged property. Section 74 Mortgagee not liable for default unless gross negligence. Mortgagee is not liable for loss unless due to gross negligence or willful default. Section 75 Liabilities of mortgagee in possession. Mortgagee must manage property prudently, collect rents properly, account to mortgager. Section 76 Mortgagee in possession liable to account. Mortgagee must give full account of income received, expenses incurred. Section 77 Receipts in lieu of interest. Receipts taken by mortgagee must be appropriated towards interest first, then principal. Section 78 Postponement of prior mortgagee. If a prior mortgagee allows a later mortgagee to advance money in good faith, his priority may be postponed. Section 79 Mortgage to secure future advances. A mortgage can be made to secure future advances, and priority depends on notice. Section 80 Marshalling securities. When a mortgager mortgages 2 or more properties to one mortgagee and then mortgages one property to another, the later mortgagee can require the first mortgagee to satisfy his debt from other property first. Very important for exams. Section. Topic. 62. Usufructuary mortgagers' right. 65. Power to lease. 67. Foreclosure sale. 69. Sale without court. 80. Marshalling securities. Transfer of Property Act. 1882. Sections 81 to 100. Explanation in English. Section 81. Marshalling securities. If a mortgager mortgages 2 or more properties to one mortgagee and later mortgages one of those properties to another mortgagee, the later mortgagee can require the earlier mortgagee to satisfy his debt out of the other property as far as possible. Section 82. Contribution to mortgage debt. When several properties belonging to different owners are mortgaged for one debt, each property must contribute proportionately to discharge the mortgage debt, unless there is a contract to the contrary. Section 83. Power to deposit in court money due on mortgage. The mortgager may deposit the mortgage money in court when the mortgagee refuses to accept it or disputes the amount. Section 84. Cessation of interest. When the mortgage money is deposited in court, interest on the mortgage stops running from the date of deposit. Section 85. Mortgager to deliver possession to mortgagee. If the mortgagee is entitled to possession, the mortgager must give possession of the mortgaged property. Section 86. Mortgagee's power to lease. A mortgagee in possession may grant a lease of the mortgaged property, but the lease must be in ordinary course of management. It must not bind the mortgager after redemption unless reasonable. Section 87. Waste by mortgagee in possession. A mortgagee in possession must not commit waste or reduce the value of the property. Section 88. Receipts by mortgagee. Money received by the mortgagee must be applied, first towards interest, then towards principal. Section 90. Termination of mortgage. A mortgage is terminated when mortgage money is paid or deposited, foreclosure or sale is completed. Section 90. Accrual of interest after redemption. No interest accrues after lawful redemption or deposit in court. Section 91. Persons who may sue for redemption. Redemption can be sought by mortgager, any person having interest in property, legal representatives. Section 92. Subrogation. A person who pays off a mortgage debt is entitled to step into the shoes of the mortgagee and enjoy the same rights, known as the doctrine of subrogation. Section 93. Subrogation not allowed in certain cases. Subrogation is not allowed if payment is made by a volunteer without any interest in the property. Section 94. Right of redeeming commortgager to reimbursement. A commortgager who redeems the mortgage is entitled to contribution from other commortgagers. Section 95. Rights of redeeming mortgagee. A redeeming mortgagee has the right to keep the property as security, claim reimbursement. Section 96. Mortgage by deposit of title deeds. Mortgage created by depositing title deeds with intent to secure a debt, also called equitable mortgage. Section 97. Mortgages for future advances. A mortgage may be created to secure future advances, subject to notice to subsequent mortgagees. Section 98. Priority of mortgages. Priority of mortgages depends on the date of creation, unless otherwise agreed. Section 99. Right of mortgager in case of redemption. On redemption, the mortgager is entitled to retransfer of property, delivery of title deeds, possession of property. Section 100. Charges. Where property is made security for payment of money without transferring interest, it is called a charge. All rules relating to mortgages apply to charges as far as possible. Most important sections. Exam focus. Section. Topic. 81. Marshalling securities. 82. Contribution. 92. Subrogation 96 Equitable mortgage 100 Charge Transfer of Property Act 1882 Sections 100 to 137 Explanation in English Section 100 Charges A charge is created when immovable property is made security for payment of money without transferring interest. Rules of mortgage apply to charges as far as possible. Chapter 5 of Leases of Immovable Property. Sections 105-117. Section 105 Lease defined. A lease is transfer of a right to enjoy immovable property for a certain time, in consideration of price, rent, or service. Section 106 Duration of leases, in absence of contract. Lease for agricultural manufacturing purpose year to year, 6 months notice. Lease for other purposes month to month, 15 days notice. Section 107 Lease is how made. Lease above 1 year must be registered. Lease 1 year can be oral or written. Section 108 Rights and liabilities of lessor and lessee. Very important section. It provides duties of lessor, disclosure, possession, quiet enjoyment. Rights of lessee, use, improvements, crops, etc. Duties of lessee, pay rent, avoid damage, return possession. Section 109 Rights of lessor's transferee. If lessor transfers the leased property, transferee gets the rights of lessor. Section 110 Exclusion of day on which term commences. Lease term starts after excluding the day of commencement. Section 111 Determination of lease. Lease ends by expiry of time. Surrender. Forfeiture. Merger. Notice to quit. Section 112 Waiver of forfeiture. Forfeiture is waived if lessor accepts rent after breach. Section 113 Waiver of notice to quit. Notice is waived if both parties act inconsistently with it. Section 114 Relief against forfeiture for non-payment of rent. Court may grant relief if lessee pays rent with interest and costs. Section 114A Relief against forfeiture in other cases. Court may grant relief for breach of condition other than non-payment of rent. Section 115 Effect of surrender and forfeiture. Surrender or forfeiture does not affect rights already accrued. Section 116 Effect of holding over. If lessee remains in possession after lease expiry and lessor accepts rent, new lease is created. Section 117 Exemption of leases for agricultural purposes. Provisions of Chapter 5 do not apply to agricultural leases unless state law applies. Chapter 6 of Exchanges. Section 118 Exchange defined. Exchange means mutual transfer of ownership of one property for another. Section 119 Rights and liabilities of parties. Same as seller and buyer in a sale. Section 120 Exchange of money. Exchange of money is not an exchange under this Act. Chapter 7 of Gifts. Sections 122, 130. Section 122 Gift defined. Gift is transfer of property without consideration, voluntarily. Section 123 How gift is made. Immovable property registered instrument. Movable property delivery or registered instrument. Section 124 Gift of existing and future property. Gift of future property is void. Section 125 Gift to several persons. If gift is made to several persons and one does not accept, gift fails only to that extent. Section 126 When gift may be suspended or revoked. Gift may be revoked by agreement for causes like fraud, undue influence. Section 127 Onerous gift. If gift has obligations, donee must accept whole gift or none. Section 128 Universal donee. A person who receives all property of donor is liable for donor's debts. Section 129 Gifts under Muslim law. Muslim gifts, hiba, are not affected by this Act. Chapter 8 of Transfers of Actionable Claims. Sections 130, 137. Section 130 Transfer of Actionable Claim. Transfer must be in writing, signed by transferor. Section 131 Notice of Transfer. Notice of transfer must be given to the debtor. Section 132 Liability of transferee. Transferee takes claims subject to liabilities. Section 133 Warranty of solvency. Transferor does not guarantee solvency unless expressly agreed. Section 134 Rights of transferee of actionable claim. Transferee gets same rights as transferor. Section 135 Assignment of rights under policy of insurance. Insurance rights can be transferred. Section 136 Incapacity of officers to take transfer. Judges, legal officers, etc. cannot buy actionable claims connected with their duties. Section 137 Savings of negotiable instruments. Nothing in this chapter affects negotiable instruments law. Important exam sections 137. Section. Topic. 100. Charge. 105. Lease. 108. Rights liabilities. 111. Determination of lease. 116. Holding over. 122. Gift. 123. Gift formalities. 126. Revocation of gift. 130. Actionable claim. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.